and it's taped in Harlem. Tell me why.
I mean, that's where the culture is. I mean, you go all the way back to the Renaissance, or really the mecca of where, from jazz
Yeah,
music to
yeah.
theater to, this is the birthplace of that allowed us to be affluent in the space of art and entertainment. So it's an honor to be out of Harlem, and really just to do it for the culture. I could have did it in Hollywood. I could have did it in Midtown. But I want everybody who comes to the show to have to feel the culture and be responsible for and
Right.
take note of where we all get it from.
Facts, facts. I think that's really important from a culture standpoint. Because a lot of times, people will cross over, kind of have you crossed over in a major way, but kind of tend to kind of forget, where they come from, what their culture is, what their roots and their background is. And that's never been a thing with you. Like you always seem to just kind of reach back and kind of pull people into the arena.
Yeah,
Tell me why, because a lot of people don't see value in that. I personally see value in that, and you obviously do too, but a lot of people don't.
man, I'm just grateful for the opportunity. I always say I was taught that I'm blessed to be a blessing, and I have to kind of, like I said, leave that door open, and I know where my support system is. I know where it all comes from, and it really is giving back to us. And at the end of the day, the people who are gonna have your back uh, are the ones where you're rooted in, and then the ones that you can continue to give the next opportunity to. So that's what we're doing it for.
Right, right. And I'm just curious, like, what was the whole like premise of the show when you first came up with the idea and you was like, yo, you know what? I think I want to do a talk show. What was kind of like the catalyst that made you be like, you know what? I want to do this next.
Yeah, I wanted to do it in a way that nobody else had ever done it, and specifically for the culture. I feel
Right,
like when people do get these opportunities on a major platform, it usually has to be watered down or speak to an audience that doesn't really relate. And I saw an empty space when saying, "Wow, we've never seen someone of of my nomenclature to kind of come in and juggle or offer up many different facets of entertainment, but being myself, you know what I mean, not really placating or trying to do something that where I'm trying to fit into a box. It's just like I get the opportunity to do it from Harlem. I get the opportunity to do it my way, and that's been missing on television. That's been missing in the space of daytime for, like I said, I don't think it's ever been there. So to be able to do this and to be unique and step up to the challenge. That's what it's all about.
right, right. And you're on Fox 4 Dallas tomorrow, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm pulling up. That's the other thing too. Like I'm serious about the community and being local. So I got to show love to the people that show love to me. So like, why not? If I do this show every day, I got to tap in with the all of the affiliates who kind of setting the runway for me to come on later on in that day.
Right, right, right. And here's something that I kind of was like, me and my PD were talking, right? And when he called me, he was like, "Hey man, you want to interview, Nick Cannon tomorrow?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely. I love Nick Cannon. Like he's a great talent." But here's one thing that we had kind of talked about, and I kind of want to get your opinion on it a little bit, right? A lot of people, in my opinion too, would compare you to guys, guys like Will Smith, guys that have really just made a big, big imprint in the entertainment industry. But for some reason, sometimes we don't always give them that due respect. And I just like my whole thing is like, man, I want you to get your flowers. I want you to get that love because you've been doing so much for so many people for so many
Yeah.
years. And I just want to celebrate that, bro.
Thank you, man. Nah, I appreciate it. But when you say great names like Will and even people that came before him, it was like when you think like Sammy Davis Jr., Harry
Mm,
Belafonte, those type of people to where, now we give them the reverence and the respect. But, they had a lot of the similar struggles, during their career to where I look at it like this. You can't uh, look for that instant gratification. You know what I mean? If you really have a mission, you really have a purpose, you just know you're here to do your job. And, when you do your job well, however long it takes for people to understand. But I appreciate, but I feel like I got so much more work to do, and it really is just
you feel like you're not
inspire.
even there yet.
Yeah. Like, so it just lets me know I got a lot more work to do. So I love
Yeah,
it. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I said, like I'm not ready for my flowers yet. I'm still planting seeds, literally.
Real talk. Real talk. Real talk. So who do we got? Is it too early to announce the guests from next week and all that, or like what can we look forward to?
Yeah, man. I mean, we always got, and I know, like, I'm really focusing, like you said, on comedy. So I've been showing love to cats. Like, I'm excited that Bill Bellamy is going to be around next week, and I'm opening up some young stand-ups, having an opportunity to get.
Really?
So yeah, man. So
Tell me
like,
more about that. So there's gonna be like stand up comedy and everything in the show and all that.
again, like you've never really seen stand up in the daytime, and I'm really trying to give people opportunity to take the stage and do a daytime set. So we're gonna be doing that. I mean, obviously having more musical guests and things of that nature. So you like you said, it's truly a variety show in the sense of like, man, you never know what you're gonna get. But I mean, obviously a standard talk show to where each and every day we talking about all that's going on in the world, and you never know who's gonna pop through in Harlem.
Right. So let me ask you this. So is it just like so with the comedy aspect and the music aspect of it, is it just like established artists at this point, or can like the average Joe off the street come and like display their talent?
That's the goal. You know what I mean? Like I said, I really want to give people a shot. So, I'm setting these platforms for the average Joe. I mean, obviously you want it
That's
to be,
dope.
yeah, like I said, I come from that space of talent discovery. So anytime I can be a conduit or a curator of the next generation, I want to do it. I mean, that's what we do on Wild and Out. I mean, we had the opportunity to discover so many new comedic voices, and now I want to put those same voices in mainstream.
Right. Right. So in a way, it's kind of be like a dare I say, but it might kind of be like a night at the Apollo kind of thing.
I mean, a day at the Apollo.
Day, right.
But I mean, like literally, the Apollo is down the street. I mean, and that's where I said that even one of the reasons why we do it in Harlem is, we just getting started, but we've already had so many talented people come through and make their introduction to the world right here on this show. So I definitely want to continue to do that.
Big facts, big facts, big facts. And we're still. Here's another thing I wanted to ask you about too before we go. Like, what's going on? So when I go on Peacock, right, on like
Yeah,
Samsung TVs or whatever,
yeah.
and I go on this one channel, I forget what channel it is, bro. But Wildin' Out is on 24 hours, 7 days a week. Like I've seen literally every episode at this point.
Yeah, I think that's
How do you
Pluto.
even put that play
Yeah,
together?
yeah. I mean, I think I want to say it's probably Pluto TV, and I think that's a Viacom entity that you could check out all of the episodes on Wild 'N Out. But
I got you. I got you.
goal
I
is
got you.
the goal is to get the own Wild 'N Out channel that can pop up
That's
next
cool.
to Netflix and all of that stuff. We got enough episodes to do it.
And Wild Out is literally like a staple in the hip hop community, bro. Like that's like it goes hand in hand in line with it. You know what I mean? I don't know if you ever heard that before, but I truly believe that. Like
I
anybody
appreciate.
anybody has popped through Wild Out. Y'all had Erica Banks on there, hometown, from the hometown the other day. So shot that was dope.
Yeah. We
Um,
had fun with it too, and that's the thing too. Like even through the pandemic and having to adjust, and us kind of even getting back outside, it's like to hold true and now stepping up to 300 episodes of a show
episodes
that
already?
yeah, it's about to be
Wow.
there. So
Congratulations, bro.
thank you,
Wow.
man. Appreciate it. Yeah.
I
So
mean, it takes a lot to put together 300. I mean, hell, and boy, it takes a lot to put together one episode, 4 episodes, 5 episodes, like 300 episodes. That's huge, bro.
yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah. So look, hey, how do I get on the show? How do I come display my talent? How do I become a street correspondent? Well, look, I'm gonna
That's
give you a
what I'm
little
saying.
background about. Go
That's
ahead.
what I'm saying. We gotta pull up. I mean, I'm about to be in Dallas, so
Let's
let's
do it,
lock
man.
in.
I'm like the
Yeah,
DJ Self for the city, man. I break records out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm out in the street heavy. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna
let's
just
do
give
that.
let's work it out. But just to give you a little background on me, so you know me, Nick, I got T-boned by a drunk driver years ago, and it took me 6 months to learn to walk again.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. So I was working this gig at the time, and hustling, whatever. Just trying to make it work. Had kids when I was 17 years old, right? But I got taken by that drunk driver. It took me 6 months to learn to walk again. At that point, I told myself, man, if I wake up and die tomorrow, I don't want to be what I am right now. I want to be a radio personality. I want to chase my dreams. I want to do this. I want to do that.
Wow.
And I left Boston. I was down bad. I left Boston with $150 in my pocket came to Dallas with $150 in my pocket, and now I got the #1 night show in the city, brother.
Man, salute to that, man. You turned your
Crazy? Won't he do it, bro?
all day, man. I love it.
I said, man, I'm gonna tell Nick, man, go on, Nick, give me a shot, man. Give me a mic and let me stand somewhere, man.
Yeah, let's talk about it, man. Like I said, I'm bringing the cameras with me to Dallas, so like we should definitely link up and
let's link up, bro.
Pull up on us.
Hey, so is there anything that you wanted to talk about that I maybe missed out on, or?
Man, you covered it all, man. I appreciate, the sincerity and really just you even sharing your story, man. It means a lot. So you let me know. Like I said, I touched down tonight. So however it goes down, you let me know.
Pull up. Are you gonna be at the Sugar Factory? What I gotta do?
Well, Sugar Factory tomorrow. So
tomorrow? Okay.
Yeah. So pull up. Like definitely let's build.
That's a fact. Let's do it, man. Nick Cannon, ladies and gentlemen, he's going to be DJing at the Sugar Factory and we're on Fox 4 tomorrow morning. So y'all check him out with his brand new show, Nick Cannon.
There it is.
My boy. Appreciate you, man.